Hey guys, so it's here bringing you another video. Welcome to the brand new champion, Nilah. Hopefully Veneria connects, because it does seem that they have disconnected. It did take quite a while to get into the lobby. But yeah, welcome to PB testing. So I will say we've played one game of Nilah so far. Learned a decent amount of the champion, but unfortunately it was a bit of a stomp, so it wasn't worth uploading the video. But what it does is I now know a little bit more about the champion. I know how to play the lane phase a bit better, so hopefully it'll make for a better video anyway. Just hopefully the game as a whole isn't a real big stomp. How we went bot lane last game, I laned with a Soraka. I tried to fight a bit too early and we lost some early fights, but then eventually I hit like level 9 and then I could just kind of do anything I wanted in bot lane specifically. But yeah, the enemy team unfortunately got like a Fed Ahri, a Fed Volibear, Fed Alawi, so I couldn't really do much against them. But the actual champion, I will say, quite fun to play, quite satisfying. Hopefully the two people that have disconnected, because apparently the enemy team had one too. Hopefully Veneria in Twitch chat said game crash loading in now. Hopefully they won't be too far. But, oh god, Ashes, get the aggro. It's going to reset if you don't get the aggro. So just to mention, we're on PBE, obviously. We're testing the new champion. And like I always say when we're testing new champions, just as a thing about content creators as a whole, be careful with not getting completely baited about, you know, a champion's OP. Again, every single content creator wants, Jesus Christ, they want to like look good. They want to look powerful. They want to like get fed. I just had not a great game with this champion, so I'm not uploading it, but I'm telling you about it. Most content creators, if they don't do very well on the new champion, they'll pretend that like that literally never happened, and they'll just wait for a game that they go 20-0 against like bronze players on the PBE. They'll upload it and pretend it's like their first ever game on the champion, and they've never had a bad game, and the champion's really overpowered. So just be a little bit careful with that. So I will say last game made me kind of realize I shouldn't be fighting in the early game. That's what Riot told me in the dev meeting, was like she basically is happy with just surviving lane phase. And that's what we're going to try and aim for. Get to about level 9 again, hopefully relatively, you know, free, and then look to start fighting. I've also changed what I did last game was Doran's blade. I've gone Doran's shield. Kind of part of that reasoning, again, is just survive. Unfortunately, though, we still don't have a Gwen. Ooh, it is hard to make PB content. Because the PB itself is not very stable. Can I go over her kit? Yeah, sure. So her passive is you share heals and shields. So if I, for example, heal myself with summon a spell heal, my Senna actually will also get healed a little bit. Every time that she presses Q and heals me, every single time that she presses Q and heals me, she's also getting healed a bit herself. Again, same goes for if a loot. Again, you saw that water that bounced over to her. That's the heal returning to Senna a bit. Again, if Lulu shields herself, you will get shield a bit. If Lulu shields you, Lulu will get a little shield too. Her Q, as you're kind of seeing, is the bread and butter of her kit. It's the spammable ability that when you press Q, if it hits any enemy, which it also includes towers, I just don't know if it does damage to towers, it basically gives you extended attack range and AoE in your auto attacks. This is literally what makes this champion viable, I would say, because it gives you wave clear, it gives you, again, that little bit extended range, which is very much needed against, obviously, ranged champions. Riot did say, because again, I was in that dev meeting with the people that made the champion, one of her toughest matchups is Jinx and Caitlyn. Any champion that can just completely outrange her, she's obviously going to struggle with, but she also struggles against lane bullies like Draven and Lucian, because again, naturally her lane phase isn't very strong. So again, my W, as you can kind of see occasionally, it blocks autos. And you're also, by the way, just to say, why are you seeing a big XP thing come up on the screen? This is the reason why she's a bot laner. If you're in range, which is over here, of a teammate, so therefore laning with somebody, you actually get bonus experience. Some people have Theria crafted. Why don't you put her with a Zillion in bot lane? Obviously, the negative of having a Zillion is he doesn't heal, he doesn't shield, so you're not using that part of the passive. But Zillion grants bonus XP, and also so do you. But yeah, obviously, yeah, Gwen still hasn't connected, which is a bit sucky, but we'll keep playing for now. The main thing I want to just obviously highlight in the video is this champion more than anything else. Oh. Zillion E shield? I don't think so. Seems mana hungry. Yeah, well, this is just the nature of being against like a really heavy, aggressive AD carry like Jinx, who's got range advantage. I'm just being pushed in the entire game. Back. We don't want to fight. There was Lee Sin above us as well at that time. And then an E, which we've not really used yet at all, is basically like a Yasuo E. It's a dash. And Lee Sin's even ganking. Just gonna go back. So yeah, her E is a dash. She can hold 2 at a time, so you can also use that on the same target also. And like a Yasuo, when Yasuo uses his third Q, the tornado, while he's using E, it does like a knock-up thing. She doesn't do a knock-up, but she actually makes a wave happen. She makes a water wave happen, obviously, if you can't tell. That yeah, she's quite water-themed. And then her ultimate, it's kind of like Diana ult, so you want to be in the middle. It's kind of like a mixture in some ways of like a more utility, enchantery version of SAMIRA and Diana ult. You want to be in the middle of a team fight, and it's a big AoE. It does damage, but it also heals as well, and that heals scales of crit. Mr. Dutch Dirt, thank you much for the 5 months with Prime. Appreciate it. So she's interesting. Yeah, it's kind of Diana ult in reverse, but also heals. So it's kind of cool. Oh, we're level 6 now. Veneria, she just did type. They are trying to connect. So we'll keep playing. It's just the PB, unfortunately. Just the nature of sometimes... the PB. That's annoying. Good luck to fight, maybe. Oh, dude, that flash was actually pretty good. There we go. They are gonna die. That wasn't too bad. I purposely flashed to get the Lee Sin because I knew every single Lee Sin in that situation is obviously going to, yeah, no. It blocks towers? No. What? I don't think it's supposed to do that. I don't think it's supposed to block towers. Tower is an auto, but no ability blocks towers. That's the point. Tower is like the ultimate form of true damage. I don't think it's supposed to do that, but we'll take it. Does it? When Nilah envelops herself in mist, becoming ghosted, gaining movement speed, dodging attacks, and reducing magic damage. Oh, well, that happened. I don't think it's supposed to dodge towers. Tanky Thorn, 7 months of Prime. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure that was a thing. But as you see, I've played this lane fairly passive. I wait till level 6, and then I can start fighting a bit. The champion, I would say Noon Quiver, does seem to be a little bit of a power spike for her, like most AD carries. And Nilah is no exception. What webcam? Hey, Veneria's in. There we go. What webcam do I use? Yeah, a little while ago I used an actual like proper legit camera, but I moved away from that because not sponsored. I'd love to be sponsored by them. I think every streamer would. But Elgato is just, they make the best gear for streaming, and they came out with the Elgato face cam, I think it's called. There's no reason not to use it. It's fantastic, like honestly. See, that's the negative of this champion. Sometimes it can feel really awkward and you just don't quite have the range. And that's going to be the negative of this champion. What's the runes? So the runes I've gone with: Conqueror, Presence of Mind, Bloodline, Last Stand, and then Resolve, Second Wind, Revitalize, and then Attack Speed. I think I'm Attack Speed, AD, Armor. And I will say her runes, I will say, will be... That didn't kill her. Are you serious? Oh, my bad. I thought that was actually going to kill her, but it just didn't quite have the deeps. Yeah, you will change your runes around a little bit. We kind of theory crafted in Champ Select. If you're with a champion that actively shields you a lot, will then take Shield Bash. But obviously, yeah, Senna can shield with her ultimate, but it's a little bit far and, you know, it's not common and it's not often. Not every fight you're going to do it. So it's not really worth taking. But yeah, hopefully Moxim gives Veneria a bit of an okay early. But again, a good gank potentially by Ashes. Not entirely sure they should go for the all-in because Veneria is literally level 5. Good survival though. Yeah, maybe Ghost on this champion. Oh, god damn it. Maybe Ghost, but heal obviously is quite good because you're not, you know, you're getting kind of double heal because heal obviously heals yourself and an ally, and then the passive will proc as well. You know, I will say she feels quite satisfying. She does feel quite satisfying to play, which is cool. I do have my mythic right now, so I probably shouldn't fight and go get that. Yeah, she also could potentially be an exhaust user because she's melee. So when she... Oh. No. Oh, careful. I'm going to go back. Again, I shouldn't really be fighting. Jinx has got mythic advantage right now, so... I used my W there, so I was actually blocking every single auto attack. Oh. So while your W is active, you gain movement speed, you dodge all basic attacks, auto attacks, which by the way includes like... If Twisted Fate uses gold card, for example, she'll block the gold card. And also, like, she takes 25% less magic damage as well. Because obviously, if you're laning in bot lane against a mage, well, blocking the basic attacks doesn't really matter. Yeah, apparently tower as well. Tower doesn't seem to be potentially intended, though. Oh, really? They have vision in there? Ah.
No god nor devil can stop me.
Good times, good friends. What could be better?
This is my domain. The bigger they are, the better.
Oh. Oh, God.
When you meet the demon, one
Okay. Again, her bread and butter, obviously, as you can probably tell, is all-inning. That's what she does. She's fun. I don't know, like, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be, like, my type of champion in the long run, but I do, like, I'm enjoying playing it. I don't know how good she's going to be actively in solo queue, though, is what I would say. Because, again, I think, without being duo, I think it could be quite hard to pull off. Ah. Full of gold. It's not a crit icon you're seeing when I'm last hitting, it's experience. I think it's a bit bugged at the moment that like it's critting and I don't know why, but yeah, it's just text of bonus experience. Oh god. Whoa, the hell? Top lane's here. Ooh, she's talking to Swain directly there. What? What am I allergic to? Potentially I was gonna say potentially Vixie, no. Potentially Yumi's cats. But again, cats aren't gonna be like why I'm suffering a pressure in my head, because I've literally never held a cat in my life. But it was unfortunately inconclusive apart from a little bit of a reaction to cats. Alright, let's go back. We got a lot of gold. Do I have a cat? Nope, I've literally never held a cat in my life. I'm not even kidding. Ooh, that could be a good item on this champion, actually. Some people would be surprised that I've never had held a cat, but from my memory, I've never held a cat in my life. I'm 27 years old, and I don't think I've ever held a cat. Everyone I know who's had pets are all dog people, not cat people. So, yeah. Alright, I want to try and potentially start proper all-inning bot lane now. I think we're at to the point that we probably can give it a go. Oh. I think we need to definitely start fighting potentially for dragons too. Oops. Don't miss your whip. Oh, we get the tower potentially. This is good. So again, your Q works on towers to extend your range. Which is nice. This isn't good. Huh? Okay, and we go back. I did use heal for that, but I think we needed to. Hey, Ram! The problem is Jinx is spawned and she's going to be coming straight back here. I know Veneria's behind, but you might need to get over here. Cool. Alright. See what we can do. Jinx no flash, remember? Oh, I went into that. I missed. He's dead, he's dead, he's dead. Cool. Couldn't really get the all-in that I'm looking for with this champion, because, like, again, she's really all... Oh, I'm messing with that. she's really all in, and I just couldn't quite get there. Like, again, like a normal AD carry, you know, you're ranged, so you can deal your damage, but oh no, I'm sorry. Oh, fuck. Obviously, I am literally melee, so if I don't quite have the range, I just don't have the range. And in order to get extended range, I need to be this close to people to hit that, and that's pretty low range too. So this is where this champion is legit melee. Okay. Oh, don't overstay, guys. Go get Stormrazor. Would Gale Force? No. When I was in the meeting, they basically were saying you're either going... Her standard is Shield Bow. And if she doesn't go Shield Bow, they have been experimented with a Kraken build that you go Kraken Bloodthirster. But her standard is Shield Bow and then other crit items. Again, you want crit. Crit is your best friend. Crit even scales your healing and stuff like that, so... Crit be good.
River of fate, guide me to greatness.
Uh-oh. I have to remember that I can actually give W, I believe, to my team. I just have to be next to them. We're doing alright. Just didn't quite have the extra bit of damage I needed. Killed 2 though. Oh, the pull actually screwed the Lee Sin Q. That was funny. I think I'm just gonna go PD and then after PD IE. Trying to get to that 100% crit. Because that's the aim. Hey, Lewd Crusader, how's the champion feeling? She's fun, she's different, but kind of similar in the same way. Hard to explain.
My joy endures.
Because, like, she does... Okay, the best way I can explain this champion feels like to play SAMIRA Diana. That's how this champion feels. Put those two champions together and you've basically got this champion.
I will not fall to you.
That's how I'd potentially define it. Immobile supports like Xerath would be easy prey for her? Not really, because, like, again, she's literally melee. So how is she going to get to... How is she even going to get to a Xerath, you know? This isn't good. Oh, God. Ah, full mid. Wasn't expecting that, I don't know. Guess I should have. She likes Enchanter supports, because again, it means that she shares the heals and the shields. But Riot, in the meeting that I had, Riot did say they do want her... They do want her to be able to play with tanks and stuff like that. God damn it, Vixie. How many names do you have for Fall Guys? That. Yeah, Rakan I think could be pretty good. I think Rakan could be pretty decent. Oh, I actually think he could have continued basing.
Does not end here.
No, he's dead. Yeah, we're playing, I will say again, I think we'll upload this video because I think so far we're showing a good... We're showing what this champion can do. She doesn't seem OP at all because of the nature of she is melee. So if the enemy team plays a bit passive or whatever, there's not much she can do in lane phase. And she's not even designed to do very well in lane phase, legit. She's supposed to just try to survive lane phase. Maybe Yuumi? No, I don't think you'd want Yuumi. Her lane phase is basically non-existent as it is. Put a Yuumi with her and yeah. I think she'd struggle too much because when you're when you were the Yuumi, the enemy team gets to just focus you. That's the point. And I think if this champion is the sole focus for the enemy team, she's not going to be able to do anything in lane phase.
For this strength, I gave everything.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to win this game, unfortunately, but it's all right. Again, we did obviously have a top laner that wasn't here most of the game. Like, well, not most of the game. Wasn't here the first 5 to 10 minutes, but all I'm looking for in these videos is to highlight what this champion can do and my first impressions of it. And again, the champion seems fun. There is very big limitations with the champion, though. And I think that's good. A lot of new champions feel like they don't really have limitations. But this champion definitely does. And it also feels like you can't just completely no-brain it. Jesus. Talon nearly killed me then. How? Talon, why? Bonk.
All I feel is joy. It is.
Yeah. Oh. Need a lifesteal.
I need only 3 weapons: water, muscle, mind.
Baron buff is a bit rough. That kind of rhymed.
The river carries you.
We'll see if we can get to having Infinity Edge. It'll be interesting.
Build closet. But first, there's always something big coming up.
Don't know if I can get there. Doesn't look like I can. Oh, maybe. Actually, I think he's dead. Maybe not, actually. Losing too much for chasing. I think Swain's dead. Maybe. There you go. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. The XP thing is a bit weird. I can't tell if it's good or bad.
Leave your mark on the world.
I'm sure people will kind of look into the math of it and probably like tell if it's officially good. Go, 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 go. This is big. I'm sorry. And when the crits happen, I actually do a lot of damage. Nice. Okay. Getting a nicer little bit of momentum. Well, this is a Star Guardian skin. I did say, because I used the skin last game too. It does seem, I don't know, a little bit dull for Star Guardian. Like, they could, I think, spice it up a little bit. Make it a bit brighter. If I get Infinity Edge, I reckon it will be very, very spicy. Alright, dragon, guys. Make sure we don't get caught before that. I think it'll be Infinity Edge, and then after Infinity Edge, we'll be in 95% crit. That's good enough, I'd say. And then go Death's Dance as our final item. I think that's the build. Maybe you'd replace Stormrazor with Bloodthirster. Maybe.
No adversary is too
That's what I'd potentially look to do. It's going to be actually hard to get in position to go do the dragon. Dude, look how much damage I did to the whole enemy team. Oh my god, I nearly killed 3 people. I didn't expect the whole enemy team to go for me, like literally all 5, but maybe I should. Sometimes you forget that, like, sometimes people are a little bit hungry. Oh, will I be? Oh yeah, I've already got the crit cloak, I forgot. Oh yeah, I'll be at 80%. Yeah, my bad. I didn't expect all 5 of the enemy team just to walk to mid lane to kill me. But again, it did show I did a lot of damage. Like, a lot of damage. I nearly killed 3 people. Yeah, she is, I think, officially classed as melee. I believe. I think they might be going to Baron after now. Like, Riot did tell us in the meeting. If you're listening to you're not supposed to be listening if you're on the enemy team. Anyway, Riot did say that her scaling is absolutely insane, by the way. You think she can jungle? Riot have already said, I was in a dev meeting with Riot. If they see things like jungle, they're going to be nerfing it. They want her to be bot lane. That is the way they're going to be balancing the champion. And to be fair, if you go in solo lanes, she's going to get so far behind in XP. That's the problem with this champ. Alright, let me do red and then let's see if we can do a big fight. But yeah, again, I'm not trying to be salty or whatever, but if they're on the enemy team, they're not... Again, everyone knows this, but they're not supposed to be listening because I will... You know, I'm kind of sometimes saying strategy things like, oh, well, let's go mid and roam or let's go bot lane or whatever. And if they're just listening to what I'm saying, it kind of... It's not... It kind of defeats the point a little bit. Sometimes the range, again, it's the nature of the champion. It's going to be like that. It does feel rough when you're against a Jinx and she can just like completely outrange everybody. We have to take the fight. It's dead. No, in it. No. Unfortunately, we just got absolutely wrecked. That's, again, so it does show the weakness of the champion. She does a lot of damage. I can tell like I'm doing damage, but if you can't get on top of the right enemy at the right time, you're a pure melee champion. And that is obviously one of the biggest weaknesses of melee champions, is the fact that a ranged champion can auto attack easier. Like a normal AD carry, you can just right click and they're going to do damage. This champion can't do that. Hey, Zelj. But it's interesting. Unfortunate that we lost, but it's still a good game, I think. Again, you know, hopefully you guys just enjoyed learning a bit about the champion. Obviously, we didn't get insanely fed or anything like that, but it shows, I think it shows the strength of the champion. You saw sometimes how much damage we were dealing. It was good damage, but you also saw the weakness of the champion too. So yeah, there's the mixture of both. So yeah, interesting champion is what I would say. Again, shame about the AFK. I think it would have been potentially a much closer game if that didn't happen, because again, it's not Veneria's fault, it's the PBE. Obviously, it was basically a 4v5 this entire game because Veneria was too far behind to make an impact. But, you know, again, we did the most damage in the game, so that's not bad. But yeah, I do think she could be cool. My only big thing I would say concerned with her, this comp, I will say, I don't also think is going to be, like, this specific comp we had isn't great for this champion too. I would say is when you're a melee AD carry, what you don't want is a Talon mid, a Gwen that's also potentially melee in top lane. You actually probably want to have ranged things there. So if, you know, because then at least your teammates can do damage from ranged when you can't. Where this comp, we were mainly all very low range melee, you know, the big damage dealers. So it was hard for both me and the Talon and eventually a Gwen to go in because it's a lot easier to focus us down. So that's what I would say. But she's interesting. I like the idea of it quite a lot. But yeah, there you go. If you guys like the first impressions of Nilah, let me know what you think of it down below. But yeah, I don't know. She could be good, but I do think she's going to be partially comp reliant is what I would say. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. Goodbye.
Call down the reckoning to bring back hope and peace. Restore our glory to live forever. Bring down the dark regime and